And gentlemen, you on with the best, and there's no need to stress the rest. This is the Texas boy. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're gonna have us a whole good time. I'm your boy, and I'm gonna be talking to you. I wanted to share with the American people my experience with America, and I believe that we need a dictator in our country for the first time. And I know that word sounds harsh, just like most of the words in our law dictionary or Black Laws dictionary. They don't mean what they think you think they mean. And I do believe we need a person like President Trump to get into office and stay for a while to clean up and fix some of the problems. Now, I had a guy named Jake, and I'm assuming he's a good guy. He comes on, this guy named Jake. I'm assuming he's a good guy, and he runs that tired old line. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, please make sure you like and subscribe. I have been going through things you would not believe. These people have been shadow banning me. They've been after my emails. They've been taking down channels. They even blocked me on some of the other social medias like Facebook, saying that they have to prevent me from posting to make sure it's not spam. I've been hospitalized when I was a kid because I was super smart, and the guidance counselors was fearing that I was getting skipped left and right in school, just exceptionally smart. And they would bring my mother in to see if they can cut a deal with her to have me evaluated in Kings County Hospital and eventually put me on Ritalin medicine. For those of you who know who Dr. Julia Hayes is and Robert Kennedy and Sister Shazar Ali, Dr. Shazar Ali, Dr. Clark, many of them, and even Dr. Umar had let the American people know that in the 80s babies, we, Dick Gregory, Baba Dick Gregory mentioned it too, we was the generation who had the wisdom, the knowledge, um, and Kamala Harris for 2024. Unfortunately, she didn't make it, and y'all really should have voted for her in the primaries if y'all really wanted Kamala in. But you guys didn't vote for her until she got with Joe Biden because that was the last best hope. But I also was put on Ritalin medicine and they slowed my brain down. So the stuff that Kanye West be talking to y'all about is not a fake. Whenever you can see through, like the movie They Live, when you have these special glasses, you can see what's going on. These people, you become a threat. The truth does not set you free. The truth gets you in trouble. And lying on the fake news media is what they want. People like Don Lemon, Joyce Reed, people like Whoopi Goldberg. These people, if you take a closer look, my people, don't let them corrupt you. These are the people who are messed up and they're fighting a narrative that is nasty. Now, Jake comes on and says to me, this country is the reason why you're able to go live. That tired old pull your ass up by your bootstring, Jake. Listen, shout out to shout out to JJ London. Thank y'all. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Please help me out. I told you these people has been after me, shadow banning me, blocking me from getting jobs, harassing my emails. I promise you. And you would think that they would have left me alone since they put me in Spofford. They put me in DFY as a 13-year-old, as a 12-year-old. They gave me Ritalin medicine, put me in a straitjacket. And this is on my life, on my children. I will not lie to you. This happened to me. It's all documented. And they slowed down my brain, slowed down my thinking. And I've been struggling with it for years. Thank God, God really had a purpose for me. I used to be much faster, much more athletic. These people are dangerous, the things that they are doing. That's why I'm very serious about what you let these schools and these doctors do to your children. Be careful. And that's why I voted for Trump, because he gives me the impression that he cares about our children. These other people, they don't care if they're giving your children sex change medicine, brain change medicine. They're performing um, uh, uh, operations on them and sex changes. They don't give a damn. All right. I don't want women rights if I gotta have, men in women's sports. I don't want to vote for a woman just because she's a woman, and at the same time you're gonna empower the board of education and give our children a vaccination, even if we say no. I don't want these schools no more where you gotta ring the bell and wait like this is a prison. Like what happened to the day? F that there were school shootings. So what? Put some niggas out there with a gun. But I want to walk in my child's school anytime and walk up to their classroom. What's going on? What, like my mother used to do, and see what my child is doing. Yet they are imprisoning our children, and we're allowing this in the name of, oh, we've got to protect democracy. That's how they took the money off the gold standard, in the name of whatever stupid stuff that they had in their mind. But Jake, you talking about this for you. Oh, this country was a country that gave you an opportunity to go live. Yeah, they also flooded my neighborhood with liquor stores and gas stations and check cashing places on every corner. They also brought drugs into my community through the FBI and, excuse me, through the CIA, which is perfectly documented. Thank God they stopped it. This country is also responsible for the nightmares and the horrors of hanging us from a tree. I don't like to go into those type of things, but when you talk stupid and reckless that this country gave you this again, they also gave us incarceration. They also gave us the Tuskegee man injections that wasn't right. So stop being stupid, man. Both black and white. We need to educate ourselves and wake up, because that's the only time when we do something for this country is when we come together and work together, and don't get upset talking about you can leave this country. That shows how ignorant you are, or you think that I'm ignorant, that I believe that my people came here on boats. We know we didn't come here on boats. We know we're not African American. I'm not a Negro. That's a Spanish word. I am indigenous. My ancestors are just like your ancestors. They're pyramid builders. They are science builders. They are clock builders, car builders. I don't know who you think you're talking to. I'm not that same type of Negro. That's why people get mad at me. And I don't care who don't like what I'm saying. When the truth hurts people and they start running because they get scared, then that's good for you. Now, I'm gonna show you how I know what I'm talking about. President Trump has to come in office and remain in office for at least 6 years, maybe 8 years minimum. There's no way around it. We cannot allow for him to come in and get out and leave the country back into the hands of the deep state, back into the hands of the swamp, because no 4 term, no 8 year term can help fix the problems that's in this country. This country is the swamp. It is. The swamp is nasty. Okay, when you can take the broadcasting system and make all of the news people say the same thing at the same time, this shit needs to be stopped. Whenever you can make us believe that we're a democracy and not a republic, this has got to be stopped. Whenever you can let men get in women's sports, we need to be stopped. We are a failed regime, and you don't like that. Wait a minute, that nigga said our regime. What? 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 That's the problem with this country. We're sick. We're sick. We have now inhabited the burden that we were heaping up on people who harmed us in the past. We are the sick ones now, ladies and gentlemen. Something is wrong with us. We need a president that can come in. And she said Kamala Harris. Let me see. It's true. I agree with that. I like that. She said you was meant to sow seeds, not show people the tree. Okay, I get that, but at the same time, we ain't got time for no damn seeds to grow. This country, we just had a solar eclipse. That solar eclipse was not for us to buy nice glasses and sit outside with our family. Okay, our country is dying. Okay, if it hasn't died already. Let me read another comment. It say you ain't there, club brother. Listen, here's the biggest problem that people are having and they're not seeing. President Trump must stay in office. We are a failed regime. Okay, when you look at the standards of what we call the failed regime, we say in North Korea, they're a failed regime, Iran, a failed regime. We say China and Russia and all these countries who have better grades than us, they come here. Americans is going to work. Mainly white and blacks are going to work. These people in these so-called failed regimes, they're coming here, owning up Dunkin' Donuts, 7-Eleven. They're buying up the hotels. They're taking they're getting big houses right away. They're cleaning up their credit. They're learning the infrastructure and the secrets to the country. You need to wake up. You can go to any city and just go talk to black peoples and white people and ask them what are their complaints with this country. I guarantee you, we are a failed state. Whenever you got this much drugs flowing through your neighborhood, you're giving out the fentanyl, but you're blaming it on China. When you got this much hatred from black folks against white people because they're ignorant and they don't know no better, this country is sick and needs to be done over. When the laws and the judicial system is bent to help a certain class of people, the country needs to be over. Respectfully, when you got the judicial system or you have the lobbyists full of nothing but Jewish powered brokers, the country need to be done over. Whenever you have alcohol, check cashing place, chicken stores, dirty bookstores, like George Carlin said on every goddamn corner, the country been brought and paid for a long time. And there's sick ass people who are willing to go kill any foreign country and rebuild it in the name of this American flag. You are the sick ass people that we've been talking about. You're sick. We're sick. Whenever you can bomb your own state and towns because the people are doing well, you're sick. Okay? And we're talking about recently, we're not talking about back in the day. Okay? This country is sick. And maybe it's meant for us to go down and not make it. Maybe it is. You know why? Because if you don't love your country enough, America enough to fix it, maybe we don't need it no more. Maybe we should hand it over to the foreigners, if you will. Maybe we should hand it over. Maybe our time is up because we are behaving like barbarians. We're behaving like fools. We're ignorant. This country is gone. And you talking about a president who almost been assassinated twice, ladies and gentlemen. So when is the last time you heard a president or prime minister getting assassinated? And if you did recently, they was one of our allies or in bed with us, doing something they had no business doing. And their people don't play that. They're not gonna do a uh try to kill you accidentally, a false flag, or excuse me, a mild killing. They're gonna actually get rid of you, like they did. What's his name? I think Ogabe in Japan. They murked that boy. Okay, Trump had an intention, and yeah, he was supposed. People don't realize how this country, just by the skin of our chinny chin chin, we just saved ourselves. We almost died ourselves as a whole country. When Trump almost got assassinated, if that bullet would have moved over just a little bit and that man would have got hit and dropped to the floor, ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you this country right now would have still been under martial law. Okay? If that's the least of our problems. We probably would have been killing each other. It would have been chaos in this country. That's a fact. Now, again, I could care less if you got Americans who don't want to hear these truths. That's the sad part about where we've come, ladies and gentlemen. When you have people who don't want to hear the truth, they don't want to hear that the school system is messed up. And this is why it's not really cracking correctly. Okay, I think that's better, ladies and gentlemen. This government needs to be replaced, and it's just that simple. And again, if someone takes that offensive, then you know why. Because you don't want to hear the truth. And that truth, the people like the system in which we live in, they're fine with that. They don't see that there's no reason to change it.